In this lesson, we're going to go through numbers 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7 in the Standard of Excellence Book 1 for trumpet. If you viewed the first video, you already know your first 3 notes, so we're just going to get right into number 1. Big thing to remember is to make sure you tap your foot. You don't have to tap your foot that loud, I'm just doing it so you can hear me. So, tap your foot or tap your toes inside your shoe and keep a nice, steady beat. Here's the tempo, here's the speed, or the beat that we're going to play number 1. Okay? So remember, whole note is 4 counts. So it gets 4 clicks. And 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to the end of the 4th count. A whole rest gets 4 counts of silence. Okay? Let me demonstrate for you. I want to start number 1 and just demonstrate a couple of whole notes and whole rest for you. I'll count off so you know what tempo I'm going and when I'm going to start. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. And that was 2 whole notes and 2 whole rests. Okay? Play number 1 with me. Okay? Remember your E. Fingering is shown there, 1 and 2. Okay? Lots of fast air. Make a nice strong tone. Now remember, our E is right there. If you get too high, because you're tightening up too much. If you get too low, because you're loosening up too much, or you're not blowing enough air. Okay? Here we go. Number 1. 1, 2, ready. Rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Alright, now for the rest of the numbers that we're going to do today, I am not going to count the last measure of rest. If it's just us by ourselves, I'm just not going to worry about the rest. We'll just waste a little bit of time. Okay, so let's take a look at number 2. We have our D, that's 1 and 3. Okay, here we go on the D. And 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when you're counting rests, count them in your head. Don't count them out loud like me. I'm just doing it so that you can hear me and we can say it together. Okay? When you're playing, you should always be counting. So we're going to do number 4 now. And make sure that you're counting each note. When you're playing a whole note, count 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. Be counting all that in your head so you know when to come in. Here we go. Number 4. 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, 3. 1. Did you stay up with me? Did you get ahead or behind? If you did, then you either didn't count correctly or you didn't count steadily. Tapping your foot helps you stay steady. Alright, let's take a look at number 5. Okay, we have different notes mixed in now. Okay, so we've learned our E, our D, and our C. Okay, those are the 3 notes we're using in number 5. Here we go, number 5. 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you count 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's number 5. Okay? If this is going too fast, just rewind. Go back through a couple numbers. Okay? The biggest thing that we want to focus on is getting the correct note out, which means we have the correct tightness or looseness, depending on how you play, and the correct amount of air. For the most part, we are playing with just fast air. If we play with weak air, slow air, I got out the G. So not the open C, but the next note up. I can still get out a high note if I play with bad air, because I have this tight enough. But you have to play with fast air to get a good sound. That's a lot cleaner, isn't it? Okay? Same thing with the C. You can play with bad air. But it doesn't sound good. So, keep the embouchure very firm, or not very firm, very still. Don't let it tighten up or loosen as you're playing. Keep it at a very steady firmness and play with fast air. And you'll get a nice solid sound. Alright, number 6. Number 6. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Oh, that's my fault. I started on the wrong note, didn't I? Yeah. So, you gotta make sure that the air is that your embouchure is not too tight. Think about when you play a note, because just because you have the right fingering down, it doesn't mean the right note's going to come out. You have to know how that note feels. I was too tight. Okay, so we needed, actually I'm sorry, that was right. But earlier, okay, so make sure you get the feel for the right note. Okay, here we go, number 6. 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you stay up with me for that, or were you late on the last note? Or were you early? Make sure you keep a nice steady tempo by tapping your foot and counting in your head. Alright, last but not least, number 7. Okay, be thinking about that C, the very first note before you play it. Think about how it feels. Think about what kind of fast air you're going to be using. Okay? Don't get too excited, because then a G will come out. Okay? So make sure it's a nice steady C. Alright, here we go. Number 7. 1, 2, ready. 2, 2, 3, and. Make sure you count 3, 4. Now, number 7. So, if you had any trouble with any of these numbers, go back and review. Make sure you have your embouchure, your lips, at the right tension level. Don't have it too tight, note will go high. Have it too loose, note will go low. Same with your air. If you blow too much air, it's going to be loud and it'll probably go up or down. Okay? Keep fast, steady air going. Thank you for joining me.